Where is that coming from? I've closed all of these and let me see. It's so weird. There's nothing round. I don't know where that's coming from. Hello everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. This is officially, well, let's see. This is the year that I will celebrate my official completion of my 10th year on YouTube, which is big. I started in 2008. Then I always say, you know, well, since like the actual date, I've always said, you know, I'm working on my 10th year YouTube because technically I'm kind of working into completing my 10th year. And that's a big deal. That's a big freaking deal, you guys. That's a huge deal. I mean, first of all, this has changed my life in so many ways. Doing something that you like, that you love, that you don't even know what it could be, but you just follow your heart to do something. Because when I started, no one was doing this in the way that they do it now. It was just kind of a thing where, oh, you'd see a few people on YouTube that had an audience and you're like, oh, that's cool. You know, maybe one day people will watch me too. And I like watching them. I have stuff to share, you know, and it's just like following your heart, following something that you want to do, but doing it in an honest way, doing it in a way that you can sleep good about at night, doing it in a way where you feel. I read something the other day where someone said, I think it was Joyce Meyer or something on Instagram. It was like, it's like if you can touch, what was it? Like if your goal can be to make 3 people smile today, you know, that should be something that you look to do. Make 3 people smile today. And I was like, that's good. And sometimes I don't even think about what I do. I don't even think about like the scope of all this. And I just know that I do what I do and it's fun, but it's like, and I feel good about it and stuff. But then I think to myself like, oh my gosh, like hopefully I do that, you know, and I always want to make you guys smile when you watch my videos. And, you know, I never want anyone to have any bad feelings, or I want everyone to feel good, you know, because that's what I enjoy. And I just, you know, we're all kind of in this together. And, you know, it's something that I would, you know, it's not like, oh, then you should do YouTube. It's anything you want to do, anything that you have a passion for. You may not know where the end result. Did I ever think that it would be something that when I tell people what I do and I'm like, and what me and Brad do, you know what I'm saying? Like it has created so many opportunities for both of us, for him to be able to, the day Olivia was, because Brad had always worked so much. You know, he had good jobs, but it wasn't, we got to a point where it was like, why are we doing this? Let's create what we want to do. Like to walk away from. And when he did that, it was kind of like, you know, it was literally when we were in the hospital with Olivia, because he was like, yeah, I've got 2 weeks off, you know, and I was like, why? And I'm not saying quit your job, like retire, you know, and to be like, oh, I'm fine, I'm good. Like you have to be, you know, you have to be smart about that. But at the same time, it was like, I thought, let's just do this. And it didn't even set us back. It was like every year got better and better. And he was able to do something fun that he wanted to do, that he can do when he wants to, that he's always wanted to do anyways. A few years ago, he got his real estate license, and it was like so nice because, you know, and that was something that he always wanted to do for us, so that like, you know, as we got into like investment properties and rentals, we could do it ourselves. And so I don't want to say something like you don't have to do, but I'm saying it's just do something you want to do. Find something that you want to do. If you've always loved makeup, take a chance, do something. Like I said, I would have never seen the end result here. And like I said, when I tell people, oh, I do YouTube, it's not just YouTube. It's like, you know, and when I say you look at subscriber numbers, you look at this, you really can't even compare that, because I feel like I haven't made certain decisions. I've said no to a lot of things, but in the end, it's helped me, you know what I mean? And I've done different things because of it, and things kind of behind the scenes, and it's just really cool, and it's opened up so many doors, and it's done so much for us, and given me a life that I could have only dreamed about, which is not about things. It's not about a home. It's literally, yeah, it's about a home for your family, being able to support and be there for your kids. And like, we're able to be home with her. It's just really a dream come true. And I'm just so grateful and just thankful always going into the new year, but especially this year and every year. I always say it just gets better and better. And I think it's because I'm a positive person. I'm not delusional. I don't believe that you just pull something out of the sky or you believe something will happen and it will. If you really envision something happening, I'm not saying you just make it happen. I'm saying you will naturally follow the steps to get there. You'll naturally not settle for anything less. You'll have that in your brain and it'll happen. So, wow, okay, let's get past this motivational talk. Setting goals. Setting goals is a big deal. It can be silly things. It can be pretty deep things. Some of mine are pretty deep. But we're gonna just talk. I get pretty deep when I do these videos, and I'll probably ramble a little, but y'all always seem to like that. I've already done it. I don't need to tell you that. I'm gonna get a new phone soon. Speaking of, Brad got the iPhone X, and I literally hate getting technology. There's nothing worse. I just have like anxiety about getting a new computer and setting it up, or a new phone and hoping everything. It just doesn't excite me. You know, if something works and it's there, it's fine. The camera on the iPhone X, I just don't even have words. Yes, that's gonna happen soon. But anyway, so okay, so let's get on with these resolutions. Like I said, you gotta set goals, and I think this is very good for me because I'm putting it out there. It's like a therapy session. It's like I'm being accountable. But I also don't do ridiculous things. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna travel more, and then I'm like, well, do I really want to? Like, am I fun? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just trying to do things. Like, I really do things within what will make me happy, things that I just really wanna do. Set goals that you can actually achieve. You know, you don't want to feel bad. You don't want to start the year off feeling bad. Don't be like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds by March. I mean, yeah, I mean, just say I'm going to live healthier. I'm going to make a resolution to live healthier. I'm going to start by cutting out water. Cutting out water. You don't do that. Cutting out soda. You know, just start little. You know what I mean? Don't set like crazy parameters and set yourself up to fail and then feel like, man, it's just a resolution that I failed. Okay, whatever. More music in our house. We got those speakers in our house, that system, and I will link to that because I have enjoyed that more than anything. I didn't mention that in my Christmas gifts video. That was my early Christmas gift, I know. But when you have a kid, it's not like, oh, let's open this on Christmas. Or this is not for us. I don't know. You give people gifts, but it's not like, you know, the Christmas day is all about your kid. And so I feel like there's some things that we got over the month that I didn't really. Okay, anyways, that was big for me because you can play things on Pandora, you can play things on your phone, basically anything like that. And it's not like a Bluetooth thing where if you get like a shameful, like, or something comes up, it's not like, oh, turn that off, because it's in your house, you know what I mean? Do I just have a lot of shameful things on my phone? I don't know. Is that just me? It's like a Wi-Fi thing. So you can get calls, you can be talking. Brad had it on one time from his phone and then he left the house and it like kept playing. And of course I can turn it off from mine at any time. You can turn it off from the actual like device, but really cool. And Olivia loves it. So it's nice just to have that rather than like putting the TV on in the background or having nothing on, and she loves it. Like she knows like every Christmas song. She still wants to listen to all the Christmas songs, which is great by me. I listen to a lot of 90s alternative. That's my favorite. Me and Brad, that's kind of our favorite. I like a lot of like poppy things are kind of fun and new things, but I really love 90s alternative. It's just my favorite. And she, you know, it'll be on and she'll be kind of like, you know. Anyways, I used a different thing for my hair today and I'm kind of digging it. And if I do it again and it comes out decent, because this is literally my first try, I'll do a video on it. One thing that I am about, or something that makes me feel good, something that I feel like I need to do, is take more time to be, should I say, like quiet with myself, or just with it. And I think the proper word for that would be like to meditate. But then sometimes I think like, how do you meditate? And then I just get too much into it. And then sometimes I think like, is that even a thing? Like, why would you even waste your time doing that? And that's bad, because that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole point, is you shut your brain down for a little bit and you just clear it and you think about good things. And I need to learn how. I think I just did it. No, I'm kidding. I know there's a lot to that, and yeah, I want to start taking a little more time for me every day, even if it's just a minute or two, just to sit and clear your brain and to think. And I think that's, you know, I am kind of an introvert. I am definitely an introvert. I like to sit and organize things. I like to just be within my thoughts. I don't get a lot of that time anymore like I used to. So I need to just sometimes just chill out and enjoy. Even if my 2-year-old's running around behind me, it's okay. right? Just sitting and being calm. There's something to that. There's a lot to that. Something to be said about your mindset. And, you know, I think of all these things that have happened in my life, and it's things that didn't just land in my lap. It's things that I took the steps for them to happen. But why did I take the steps for them to happen? Why did I think that I could? Wouldn't have done that if I would have been sitting on a computer watching people that I don't like, telling them how much I hate them. It wouldn't happen if I felt bad about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to take one small step in the right direction and then keep taking smaller steps and learn from your mistakes. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't. And it's like anything that you want to happen will happen. And I know that sounds nuts, but it is so true. Like meditating and kind of clearing my mind, I feel different on the inside. And I know I'm not doing it right. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'm just talking. But I'm saying, like, I need to figure out, like, just a time where I can just sit for a few minutes. Literally 30 seconds of me just, like, breathing in and out and just being, like, present with myself and not thinking about anything else. It made me feel, like, different. Like, it released tension. That's so weird, and I just had a lot of coffee, so that's very strange. So that is that's pretty powerful. My nails, I say this every year, oh, I'm gonna start painting my nails. I'm such a tomboy when it comes to hands, when it comes to my nails. I have to keep tons of cream on them because they get, like, my hands are irritated right now because it's been so dry, and I wash my hands a lot. I put on hand cream probably 3 or 4 times a day. I just wear gloves. I mean, my nails are just gross all the time. Like, I cannot keep them looking nice, and I just don't like to paint them. I love the way they look when they are painted, but I just don't enjoy sitting down. I don't know, I'm, like, always doing something. I don't know. I need to make a conscious effort to get better about doing that. So look, they're not over there. I think they are right. Let's see. Oh, look, they're over there. They're in the chair. That's why I don't paint my nails. I like red nail polish. Like, haha, like child. Okay. I would love to learn to sew, and here's the thing, like, I guess I would like to have, like, just a manageable sewing machine that I could have, not so that I can, like, make my drapes into dresses or, like, do anything crazy, but I would love to be able to hem them, okay? Just simple things. Just because, like, my mom knows how to sew, and she's always done. My mother-in-law has, like, some nice actual equipment, like nice sewing, really nice sewing machines, or machine. She has this really cool embroidery machine. Oh, that's another one. So I feel bad because a lot of times, like, when I get curtains or when I get something, I'm like, oh, here, and I just, like, send them, and she does it, and she never says no, obviously. She's happy to do it. But I just feel bad because I'm like, I need to learn how to do this. I need to learn how to do basic stuff. Like, I'm not trying to make my own clothes or do anything crazy, but I should, you know, we should know. I should know. I'm a smart person. I should know how to hem something. I can do that. I can't do that, but I'm saying I should know how to do that. So I would like just to get a nice, you guys can help me with this, a nice, inexpensive sewing machine, because I'm not going to be doing it all the time. Once in a blue moon. But if I want to hem something, I want to have something that's small, that's, like, solid, that will work. I don't want some cheap thing that's going to fall apart. I want something that can handle stuff, and maybe some thicker things, because I do buy those thicker draperies. But something that would work, that's inexpensive. Help me, because I know so many of you guys are going to be like, I know exactly what, just help me, tell me what I need. My mother-in-law also has this thing, is it made into her sewing machine? See, I don't know these things. Like, I don't want something that has to be set up all the time. I just want something I can put in the closet of our guest bedroom, or, you know, closet somewhere, a linen closet or something, and then just pull out when I need it, sit it on this table and be like, do, here I am, and feel really domestic. Speaking of being domestic, the most requests that I get for videos as of late this past year, if I group it all together, people always ask, like, house tours and stuff like that, and I want to do more, like, decor vlogs and more, like, decor type stuff this year, but which that's something, that's resolution, that's something I'm gonna shoot for. Oh, and then speaking of that machine that I was talking about, my mother-in-law has that embroiders stuff and does, like, monogramming. I want to take advantage of that more and not just, like, send things with it, but I want to, like, go to her house and learn how to use it and take some things, like some of Olivia's nice things, some of my linens and, like, bed things, and, like, monogram them nicely. So, okay, every year, and I think last year maybe I talked about this, the house projects, okay? So is that a resolution? I don't know, but I like to set goals. I like to have it in my mind, you know, this year I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be our 5th year in this house, and we've slowly done a lot of really cool stuff. There's still things to do. Gosh, there's so much we could do. We're getting our counters done in our bathroom. Because Olivia's are kind of like still those like plastic ones, or not but you know, they're just like those builder ones. They're like 20 years old. I mean, this house, we've done so much that like had to be done, but there's things like that I really just want to do now to like update it, to make it nice. And at the same time, we're just gonna go ahead and do those too and make it nice and do something very similar to what we did in our kitchen. Those quartz countertops. The quartz countertops in our kitchen, I just could not be happier with. So do that. I did get a fixture for our foyer that is beautiful. Again, like I said, so many decor vlogs and updates. That's stuff that I want to do this year and kind of like share with you guys, because you always seem to like that. I enjoy decorating my home. Like, I enjoy doing stuff like that. So I'm going to share more stuff like that, but I got to get that hung. That's something that Brad can't hang because it's like 20 feet, you know, it's like a really big ceiling. We got the new thing in the kitchen that I told you guys about, the Thermador cooktop thing. But after that, I kind of want to take a break. I want to take a breather, and I want to just like... Olivia's running with Waylon. I want to focus on, like, and this is a good thing too, focus on what's good. You know what I mean? Don't always, and I get caught up in this. Not that I'm always looking for what's bad. Like, I don't look at the negative. I really am a positive person. But when it comes to like my house and stuff, I'm always like, oh, but we need to fix this up. Oh, but we could do this. Oh, but we could do that. And it's fun for me. But at the same time, I just want to get those things done and just kind of enjoy. And then, like I was saying earlier, there's a couple of really big things, like a really big thing that we want to do inside the house. It's huge. And then something outside that would be really huge. And I was gonna say like, oh, we'll take a break for the rest of the year, but we may start one of those at the end of the year, depending on some other things. So this is something that I think I have been really good at doing since Olivia was born. And I don't know if I didn't expect myself to be like this, or just if I didn't know, but just being laid back. That doesn't mean not having a schedule and not care, but it means just not beating yourself up over everything. You know, like I said, when I had Olivia, it was just like everything kind of made sense, and everything, you figure it out. And you know, if something goes wrong, like, don't worry about it. You know, if you go to bed past bedtime, who cares? You know, but you have these, like, you know, you have a schedule, which I feel like we do. But it kind of just, everything just kind of falls into place. I don't know. Don't beat yourself up over keeping everything just so, like rigid. And I see this on social media a lot. That's another thing, is this is something I've been very good at. I feel like I've always been like this, like not living my life for social media, and I've been very conscious of this, especially since Olivia was born. When I look at my life and I look at social media, I never want to look at my Instagram account and be able to like tell my story, you know what I mean? Like, I don't show so many things, like, and that's how I like it. I'm not a daily vlogger. I'm not, you know, storying or whatever you call it, snapping, which I don't even have a Snapchat, but like posting every little thing of my day. I post the things that make sense for my YouTube, that are authentic for that stuff that I want to show. Things that have to do with that, like style stuff or fun things that I want to share with you guys. I don't have to show people every waking minute of life. And honestly, I think that is so much more fake than just showing things that make sense, because I don't want to ever look back and say, oh, well, I lived my life for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to pick and choose. You have the right to pick and choose. You don't have to share everything. And like, I have a personal Facebook. I'm never active on there at all. Occasionally, I'll carry over a photo that I've posted on Instagram to that. I don't blow up my Facebook with anything work related. I'm not talking about my page, I'm talking about my like personal, and that's good. But for me, it's like, I guess because my job is kind of like very centered around social media, that if I have this one social media that doesn't have anything to do with that, then that's good. And I don't even post a lot of personal things on there anyways. Like, I never post on there. The other day I was trying to help my friend do something. It was something we were doing together, and I was like, I don't know anything about Facebook. Like, I cannot figure out how to even do this. But you know what I'm saying? It's just, you have to set boundaries in your life. You have to. You have to do what feels right to you. You have to make moments sacred for you, for the sake of your relationships, for the sake of your, like, your family and stuff like that. You know, you don't ever want to look back and be like, oh, does that make sense? I do feel like, though, I have done a good job of doing that. Let's see. Oh, and then another thing, and it was like, another check thing that I've done is working smarter and not harder. And that's like a cute little saying. But especially when Olivia was born, I decided I'm not going to do things that aren't really worth it for me, that I feel like I'm having to do. Like if I don't enjoy doing something, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not saying, so I said that to someone one time and they said, oh, it must be nice. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, you can too. You're never going to get anywhere if you're working in a job that you hate and you're just doing it mundane. Like do something that you love. And if you're living within your means, you can do that, okay? Anyone can do that. Like if you were like, okay, I've always dreamed of having a clothing line or starting something, like you're not going to be able to do that if you extended yourself and tried to keep up with your friend, the Jones, or whoever. People always say keep up with the Joneses or whatever, and you overextended yourself and bought some crazy house that you couldn't afford, and you're working your butt off all the time. Like, and I'm not saying get what you can do so that you don't have to. I'm saying you will be so much more like fruitful and so much more efficient with your work and successful. And what word am I looking for? You'll get so much more like return if you are doing something that you love, because your heart and soul will be put into it, and it won't even feel like you're working. Like you look back and you're like, wow, I worked my butt off that year, but it didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather live in a 1-room apartment that I owned and had my shit paid for. I hate to say that, but have everything paid for and be doing what I love than be overextending myself, working my butt off for what? Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you do what you love, be positive. Just do it. Is this coming across weird? Probably. It's just kind of the whole idea that you can choose your life. You can do what you want to do. You can make your life into what you want. You can be positive. You will never get anywhere if you're focusing on all the negative things that's wrong with your life, that's wrong with the people that you're choosing to watch on Instagram. I cannot even take it. I get it. When people say, oh, you have to take the good with the bad, I do. I've been taking it for 10 years and everything's getting better and better, and I don't care, and that's why. I knew somebody that, like, every time I would see them posting on social media, it was always saying something negative or saying something that they didn't like about this or that, and I'm thinking, okay, it's obvious to say, couldn't you be doing something better with your time, obviously? And then some of you were like, well, no, if they put that out there, you gotta take the good with the bad. Of course, that's fine. Everyone has an opinion. But the problem comes when you sit and you take the time to channel your energy into telling someone what you don't like about something. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not doing this for me. Do this. If you stop watching things that make you feel bad and you focus on things that make you feel good, and you stop following accounts that you're just like trolling and hating and, well, I don't like that, let me tell her, your life will get so much better. And I'm telling you this to help you, like literally, and we're all guilty of it. Sometimes you're like, ugh, this doesn't make me feel good. Well, then don't watch it. I stopped doing that years ago. If there's something you don't like about something, stop. Just stop. Like watch and do what makes you feel good. You know what I mean? People that like build you up and make you better. If I see anyone saying something negative about something, I'm like, well, that sucks for them. I don't care about the person that they're commenting negatively on. It says more about them. And I know that sounds like a cliched thing to say, but it is so true. It's like, what are you doing with your life? So trust me, stop focusing on the negativity. If you like someone, say that's great. Thank you for doing that. That's great. That will build you up. You will get that back. What you put out, you get back times 10. And that is so true. I don't care what anybody says. It's 100% the truth. If you sit around like a troll or watch people's things that you don't like and you start, saying, well, I don't like that. What's that going to do for you? Nobody cares. That person's getting it. That person's killing it. That person's getting it. Your comment doesn't matter. It just it pulls you down. So be positive. Make 2018 for you the year of positivity, like these past 10 years, I hate to say that, have been for me. I feel like from the very beginning, I told myself when I started seeing like, wow, I'm out here doing something that is going to be received differently, and people are going to be telling me what they think, and that's fine. I made a decision to say, it doesn't matter. And I feel like I've always been very like together about that, because I feel like you've seen that I've grown and I've been happier every year. But after several years have passed, I would say after just a couple years have passed, here I am 10 years later, I'm in a totally different place with those things, because I look back and I think, did anything matter? No, things have gotten so much better. So that's how you kind of have to look at things. And I think that it's just such a dime a dozen thing now where people don't even bat an eye when they see something negative. It used to be very like, whoa, but it doesn't even matter. So make this the year of positivity for you and watch all of the good things happen and tell me. Like, share with me. Like, you guys, I feel like I put out a lot and I get back your comments and stuff, but I like knowing things. I don't know. I want to know that if I did help, or like if you did do something that was helpful for you, that means a lot to me. It really does, because that's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing. Let's see. Let me think of other little kind of frivolous things. Oh, I want to buy more Spanx leggings. I've shown these a lot lately. This is a resolution of mine. Buy more Spanx. These are good. They do not give you that line and then, you know what I'm saying? These just smooth you in all the right places. I'm gonna get me some more of those and stop talking about it and just do it. And whoa, I'm wearing color. Like here, I don't know why that's a big deal. It is a big deal because I never really wear a whole lot of color and I like it. Is that a resolution? No, because this is good. I'm good with this. But this is, oh my gosh, you guys. This is that sweater that I love. Again, more of what you love, right? I'm gonna get this sweater in every color that they got. They got black and ivory and raspberry. And I'm not a raspberry kind of girl, but I am with this sweater. Whenever I do videos like this where I'm just talking about personal things and I get on these tangents and I'm like just going, the videos get real long. And then a few more just random little things besides buying more Spanx. Take more day trips. We live around so many cool places and we really do take advantage of a lot of it. Without even realizing it. You know, there's so many fun little things that we do that are fun, but I want to start taking more advantage of not just nature things, 'cause I feel like that's what we do a lot. We live in a really cool area where there's like a lot of different places you can get that are really beautiful and fun. But I have lived in Atlanta, or like we live a little further away now than we did like when I was growing up, but even when I was very little. But my whole life, I grew up doing things in Atlanta, in the city, going to all these cool, you know, places. You know, there's a lot of like hip places in Atlanta and like doing stuff. And now, being older, I'm like, I just want to stay away from the city. I'm like over it. But I want to make an effort to do more fun things in Atlanta because we do live somewhere really cool and we're not far from it at all. So I don't know. We're going to do some more things this year, some more like different kinds of stuff, because I feel kind of like you get to a point where I'm like, I've already seen and done all that, you know what I mean? Like, and I just want to stay away from the crowd, you know, and get away from the traffic and stuff. But I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of cool things I want to do. I want to take more day trips because, you know, I guess it's different. Like when you have a little one, everything is new, you know, and it's like, wow, like she's never seen this or she would love this, you know. So yeah, you guys, I know I talked about a lot of stuff, and you know, I feel like I feel good on the inside. I feel like I have all this good stuff to share, and if I can share something with you guys that helps me, or like a way that I view something that helps me in my life, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to sound like I know it all, because I definitely don't. But it's like I want to be like motivational and positive and make you feel good. So that's what I try to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you're feeling really warm and fuzzy after this video and really positive and just completely ready for this year, okay? It's gonna be a good year, and it can't be a bad year if you're positive and you make it a good year. You can make it a good year. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world. It doesn't matter what's going on. You control your home, you can work within your community. You can do so many things to make your life amazing. Start with yourself. I'm getting very motivational. I'm getting very like, ooh, with this. Start with yourself. Get happy. Make it good. Make it a good year. Let's keep enjoying YouTube together. And y'all, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all the kindness. Thank you for just being great people and for sharing this journey with me. And thank you mostly for allowing me to be a part of yours, because when people write me and they say, you know, I've talked to so many people like through email this last year, just from like Mon 8 and stuff, and it has created this new connection with you guys. If you know what I'm talking about, like it's all linked below. It's created this new connection, and everybody that says like, oh, I've enjoyed watching you, I never feel like, oh, they're just along with me. I feel like, wow, this is a person who is choosing to turn on their whatever screen you're using to watch me, and you're allowing me to take up part of your day, a part of your life, and that is huge. So I never take that for granted. I'm so grateful, and I just really, really appreciate you guys so, so very much. I hope you stuck around to the end of this video because I think that was the most important message yet. So yeah, with that, I will leave you guys on a very positive note for 2018. Love y'all so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.